Okay, one more thing to explain. You can also save all of these queries. Just press Ctrl S and it will ask where you want to store. Let's say within desktop only. If I write DDL and DML. Okay, and now if you look at the desktop, DDL and DML commands are coming with this icon. That is coming with the extension as .sql. It's SQL Server query file that you can use further in the while discussing about while working with the next of the queries that you can store. Okay, one more thing to explain. You can also save all of these queries. Just press Ctrl S and it will ask where you want to store. Let's say within desktop only. If I write DDL and DML. Okay, and now if you look at the desktop, DDL and DML commands are coming with this icon. That is coming with the extension as .sql. It's SQL Server query file that you can use further in the while discussing about while working with the next of the queries that you can store. Okay, so welcome to our website etltestingtutorial.com. We have already covered all of the DDL commands that we need, that we must know, and there are some of the theory related to the DDL commands. If you look at, okay, this is used to create, modify and the remove databases, and these all are the commands that we were working with. Truncate is the one that we'll discuss after discussing about the delete command. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the DML commands. What all are the DML commands? It's select, insert, update, delete and merge, and log table as well. So we'll start with the insert command. So insert is a way to add the values to the existing schema or the existing table. And let me show you with the sp underscore help, that is the stored procedure to view the data or the view the columns and the data types of that table. So I'm able to see two columns. We have product name and the quantity. These are the data types. So now how to insert values inside that, how to add the values. Okay, so now we'll start with DML insert. So for that we have the insert into, the schema for that is insert into table name. Insert into table name is product. Here we'll mention we'll write the column names that are the product name and the quantity, and then we'll write it with the values, and here we'll write the values that I want to insert in that. So the product name, I'll start with the Bata shoes. Okay, and the quantity that I'll add. So why I have put it within this the commas, because this is the characters that will come within the single quotes only, right? This is the way to identify that the values that will, the data type of that column or the values that could come within that column is of the characters. It's a collection of characters. And then the quantity, I'll say 20 pieces we get, right? So now I'll select this complete statement and I'll execute. So one row is affected means I am successful in adding the one row inside that table. Now this is for the single value insertion. Let's say I want to insert multiple values in a single go. So how can we do that? Values, and let me change this to Nike shoes, and the quantity I'll change it to, let's say 15, and then I want to insert one more value, one more uh, complete record. This is a row that is being affected, that is being added, right? So the next value that I'll add is, let's say the chairs, or let's say the chair is the product name, and the quantity I'll add as 100. Okay, I'll go for some more values. I'll say iPhone. I'm not working with for a single type of values, like first one is Bata shoes, Nike shoes, chair, iPhone. So it's collection of multiple products that I'm showing you. Okay, pieces of 25 for iPhone I am adding, and let's say if I add the headphones, one more product with the quantity as, let's say, 50. Okay, so we have now multiple values: Nike shoes, chair, iPhone and headphones. Four different values, four different records that I want to insert within the product table. Now if I execute, four rows are affected. So this is how the insert statement works, and the syntax: make sure that you write the all of the columns that are present inside that table. Even if you don't want to insert any value, just write the column names. Okay, so with the values we could write with a single comma. We can separate the different records that I want to insert. Okay, this is for the insertion of values. If you look at the insert record, so now select is the command with the help of which I could retrieve, I could see what all are the records that are present inside that table. So for that we have the select command. Select star from the product. Select star from product as the table name. Now if I execute, I am able to see the list of all of the values, the list of all of the records, the rows that are present inside that table. I am able to see. Right? So this is how we can retrieve the complete record set. We may have the condition where I want to retrieve the record set for chair or the record set for iPhone. I just want to see how many quantities are present with the product name as iPhone. That is a kind of filter condition. Okay, we'll discuss about this first. So now I want to add a filter condition, that works with the where clause. Okay, that is a kind of to filter the records. So how can we view that? Again, I'll write the same query. Select star from product. After this I'll write where the product name is. I can write it in two different ways. Firstly, I'll show you with the product name. If I want to pass my search, I want to have the details of this. Star means all of the details for all of the columns. Okay, select star from product where the product name is iPhone. If I execute, I'm able to see the details of iPhone. Now if I execute the same thing, and instead of star, if I just write the quantity, select quantity from the product where the product name is iPhone, I'm able to see. So star is to view all of the columns that are present inside that table. Okay, as I was saying, we can do this search, we can run this retrieval of the values in two different ways. First one is by passing the where condition on the basis of the product name. Now let's say if I write select star from the product where I know the quantity is, where the quantity is, let's say 100. I want to check the details of that product having the quantity as 100. Now if I execute, I'm able to see the details. Now if you don't want to have both of the values, let's say if you have 100 of records, you can view that thing for the limited number of records that you want. Now the thing is, let's say if I execute the same command again, so now I have the details like this. Now let's say you don't know the exact value that you want to search for. 100 is the value that you want to search. Let's say you want to view all of those products where the quantity is greater than 50, or where the quantity lies between 25 and 100, like more than 25 but less than 100. So how can you do that? For that we have the and, or, that are the operators that we can work with. These all things comes under the select command only. That's why I'm showing you. Select star from the this product where the, I'll work with the quantity, where the quantity is greater than, let's say 50. All of the records where the quantity is greater than 50, and where the quantity is less than equals to 100. So it means all of those values that comes So greater than 50 means 51 to less than equals to 100 means 200. From 51 to 100, all of the values. So how many records having will satisfy the condition? Only one record set could satisfy. Okay, or if I also change this, or let me run this first like this, so only one record should come and I'm able to see that record. Now let's say if with this only, if I write like this, and now if I execute, I'm able to see two records set. Right, so this is how and or operator works. In the same way, I can do the search for the product name as well, and here it is. I'll start it like this, where the product name is equals to, instead of passing this equal, if I write like, let me view all of the records that we have. Okay, execute. So this is how all of the records are coming. Now let's say I want to view all of the records in which the record name, the product name ends with shoes. I want to view all of those records. So how could I write? It's a like clause that I'll work with, where product name is like shoes, and here before shoes, because shoes is the one that will come in the end. Before shoes, any of the product name could come, any of the brand name could come. Okay, like this as the percentile symbol, and now if I execute, I'm able to see, okay, this is coming for the quantity. Let me write here star. And now if I execute, I'm able to see two products. In the same way, I can write this instead of shoes, let's say it's shoe only, exclamation, sorry, this percentile symbol I'm able to view. Instead of percentile, you can also write this underscore. This will also give me the same records. Okay, wait a second. S. Okay, I think this is not supported within SQL Server, but within MySQL, this is being supported. Okay, so within SQL Server, this is how you can view. These all things come under select. Okay, and the where clause, I have introduced you with the where clause. Now, the next thing is, the next command is the update that I'll show you. Update the existing record within the table. How can we do that? So for that, we have update table, then the table name. The syntax for that is update table name as the product, table name is the product, and set. Okay, set the, or let me view first the complete record. This is the complete record set, and I want to set the product name as a column name value with the earphones. Instead of headphones, I want to replace that with the earphones. Okay, so I want to update, just understand what is happening. I want to update the table, the product as a table name, and I want to update the column name value product name with the earphones, this one. So now where is the condition? I don't have the condition for this, right? How could I say where to update earphones? Here we'll write where the quantity, because let's say the quantity is equal to 50, and now if I execute, okay, wait a second, I think table will not come. Update the table name, I don't need the, yeah, one row is affected, correct. So you don't need to mention the table, update the table name, and now if I execute select star from product, I'm able to see this with the earphones instead of headphones. So now the thing is, we may don't know the quantity for that. Like here I'm passing the condition on the basis of the quantity column, right? So what if, how can we do that? I want to update this column only and we don't know the quantity. I just know one thing, that from earphones I want to update it to headphones. So how can we do that? For that again I'll write the same thing, update product, set product name to the headphones, where existing column name I'll write the product name, existing one is earphones. Okay, and now if I execute, let's see if it works. Yeah, it's working, and I'm able to update. If I write the select star command, I'm able to see the headphones again. So this is how update works. So within update, we always need the where condition. The next command that I'll show you now is the delete. And how can we do that deletion operation? It's delete from product. This is how we can delete. But in this condition, what I am doing, I am going to delete all of the products that are present within that table. Delete from products. Okay, but this is not always the condition. Let's say I don't want to delete all products. I just want to delete the product where the product quantity is greater than equals to 50 or greater than 50 only, or with where the quantity is equal to 15. So the where condition I'm talking about, delete from product where the quantity randomly I'm deleting where the quantity is 15. Okay, and now if I execute, it's deleted. And now if I look at the select command for the product table, I'm able to see that we don't have that value where the quantity is 15, or you can also do that with the help of product name. So this is how the where condition works. Okay, and the next one, that is the merge. Okay, so merge and lock. Merge is the one that works with the update command as well as with the insert commands as well as with the delete commands. Okay, merge is a collection of these three commands. Okay, and the thing that I was saying about, wait a second, how it is different, the delete and the, or let me show you, wait a second. Yeah, this one. So if you look at, delete is the one with the help of which I can delete all of the records, or I can delete few records set with the help of where condition. Now the drop is the one that works with the deletion of that schema. So delete is not at all interacting with the schema, and drop is completely on the schema only. Okay, if I drop the existing table having 100 records, so schema as well as all of the 100 records will be deleted. Okay, now what about truncate? Truncate is the one that will not delete the schema, but it will delete all of the records that are present. Truncate is the one that will not work with the where condition. Okay, drop means to delete schema plus the all records. Delete can work with the few records or with all records. To delete all records or to delete the few records with the where condition. Now what about truncate? Truncate is the one that will delete all records without where condition. Okay, as well as it will not delete the schema. So now where these are same and where these are different, this drop and truncate are DDL commands, delete is the DML command. Okay, and this truncate will also, there is, it works exactly like delete, only few differences. Like delete can delete the few records, but it will always delete all records. Okay, and the second thing that is different than delete is, within truncate we'll also free the memory that is being used by that particular records. Okay, now in the product table, let's say if we have 5 rows, and later on if I delete two or three records with the help of delete command, so what is happening, we are deleting two records. So now only 3 records are present inside the delete inside that product table. But in the in the back end, the 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 value or the memory that is being released after deleting the 2 records will be stored. It will not be freed. But if I do the truncate command, it will pass on, it will delete all of the records as well as it will free the complete memories that is being stored inside that table. So next time when I insert a new value, that will be inserted from the very top value of that memory. Okay, if you want to go in more depth in this current module number 3, I have explained here the complete difference with an example that is very important and very much interesting as well. In the next session we'll start discussing about the DCL and the DML commands. Wait a second. DCL and TCL commands that are left with. Okay.